Was it a hard time? I mean, the things that you write about in those songs, was it a hard time personally for you?
Yeah, I think, well, it's hard to say, you know, I mean, the songs, they definitely come from an isolated place. I mean, I tend to spend a lot of time alone. I live in a very quiet place. I don't really feel that I kind of, I have a strange relationship with this, with what I do, I suppose, in a way. You know, like there's something a bit odd about making music that essentially you make on your own, and then sort of bringing it into this environment that is so highly commercialized and so kind of brash and short on attention. And even if it weren't, it's a strange relationship to have with people, that you bring this music to them. So I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. I think it's sort of, you know, I guess the music comes from a place that feels very far removed from that. It feels very far removed from this record, or even being out playing, or having this interview, you know. But I suppose in a way, that's what makes it. You know, I think it needs to be kept in that environment, away from it all. But hard time, I don't know. That's my life, you know. I don't know what it's like. I don't know anything else. You know.
Well, if I see you talking, then
Right.
you seem to be like an upbeat person.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I would say, you know, that's a bit like what we were talking about before. Is that, you know, there's a definite difference between where this music comes from, and I mean, I definitely have a split personality, in the sense that I don't, you know, I've somehow, if I step back, I've learned to function socially in a way that actually surprises me at times. I mean, I'll hear myself having conversations with people, and very often I'm like, man, you're an easygoing dude, you know? Where that doesn't really seem like the reality of where I live most of the time, if you see what I mean. It's sort of, I don't know where the skill was acquired to interface, to have this interface with the world at large, but...
How come?
It just seems, the two seem incongruous. I mean, when I'm on my own, it feels like I wouldn't really know how to go about entering the world and having, you know, and having sort of conversation or discourse. And yet, I find myself suddenly there, and it happens naturally. It's almost like there's some kind of some mechanism that was put into place for some reason in order for me to be able to not to be completely insane.
Towards the Sun. Why is the album called Towards the Sun?
I couldn't really say. It's obviously the title song of the record. It feels like, I mean, I suppose it's a journey that there's something about that movement, I suppose. There's a movement as we travel towards something, but you know, we're not really gonna ever get there. I don't know. I'm sort of talking off the top of my head now. It's sort of a slow, I suppose it's a slow journey, even if it may be happening sort of at incredible speed. I suppose on some levels it's still a very long process, I guess.